If there's one issue in Australia when it comes to money and finance that could be the closest thing to being called a crisis, it could be credit card debt. A few months ago, the research website finder.com.au put out some numbers around credit cards in Australia. So based on their research, at the moment there's about 16.5 million credit cards in use, and the total debt accruing interest is $33 billion. If you look at the typical interest rates charged on credit cards, it's usually in the range of 15 to 20% per annum, which means at the moment the total interest bill in Australia is between 4.9 billion and 6.6 billion per year. Now that's just in interest, not paying off the debts. Here at Your Money Manager, we spend a lot of time helping our clients in managing their money, and attacking and getting on top of credit card debts is one of the first considerations. So if you're struggling to get on top or master your credit cards, there's a few considerations that might help you in getting on top and moving ahead of the debt. The first consideration to look at is prioritising payments. So if you've got a number of debts such as personal loans, investment loans or home loans, usually attacking credit card debts is the first consideration to look at because of the high level of interest charged. The second consideration to look at is the limit. If you can keep a lower limit than a lot of people, it just means if you do have a couple of expenses that come along or a couple of months of overspending, it means you're not going to have an enormous debt that could take you months or even years to pay off. The third consideration is the bigger picture. So if you've fallen behind on credit card payments, or if you've got a high limit, it's important to understand how that could affect your borrowing capacity. So speak to your mortgage broker or bank about what it might mean, but it could affect your credit rating if you've fallen behind, and a high limit means the bank will consider that as debt, which could affect your borrowing capacity for whatever it is you want to do. So in summary, if you can prioritise your payments, keep your limit at a low level, and understand how your credit card behaviour can affect the overall bigger picture for yourself, you'll be in a much better position to master your credit card and not be contributing towards the billions of dollars of interest getting paid. It's much better for your hard-earned money to stay in your pocket, to go towards your savings and investing for the long term.